$6,000 on his jersey about 27 years ago. $6K. Still hurting my pockets.
4 touchdowns as they rolled the Denver Broncos. So now we're 3 decades later, and they got another workhorse there, another all-pro in the backfield, and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, and I got a chance to talk to Joe Flacco, and he said he's excited about getting Jonathan Taylor the ball and giving him the ball often. He feels like he can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can make people miss, Coach. He's really excited about having Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor's been playing great. And on the other side, the Vikings have a great back, too, in Aaron Jones. He has really helped them, not only running the ball almost 5 yards a carry, but they use him as a receiver out of the backfield, too.
So we're going to have a couple teams in playoff contention tonight. Let's see teams in contention for the #1 overall pick in April's draft. And Rodney's Patriots, New England and Tennessee.
Ooh, that was a low blow.
2-6, taking on 1-6.
That's our future right there.
Drake May, he is back in the game. They're down 7, and watch May buy some time. Could you believe this one?
Well, I couldn't. Why are we only rushing 2 guys, Rodney?
Yeah, but great protection by the offensive line. And look at
Well, yeah, when you only rush 2 guys.
Up into the air, and it is caught. Ramondre Stevenson.
He's going to be special, Coach.
Take us into overtime. Patriots, they're down 3 in OT, and May is looking deep. So we've seen some of the good of the young guy, now the bad, Amani Hooker.
Yeah, this is just disappointing right here. The free safety's right in the middle, and he's just simply reading a young quarterback and makes a great play.
All right, so the Pats still in contention for that top pick. Let's move it ahead. Saints and Panthers now. 2-6 versus 1-7. Derek Carr starting today, missing the last 3 games with that oblique. Bryce Young trying to stop this losing streak on the other side of things. Late 4th quarter, Panthers down 22-17. Chuba Hubbard up the middle.
Yes, nice play. And Bryce Young bounced back, played very well for the Panthers today.
Guys, I look at the Saints, and I've just been watching them all year. It's time to blow this thing up. It's not working. They need a new quarterback. I would go get a new head coach, and a lot of those guys are making those big salaries. I would have to look and restructure a lot of those salaries.
Wow.
It's just time to change this whole thing for the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, and if you're watching this game live, a little update on Saints wide receiver Chris Olave, who suffered a concussion in that first half. It's his 2nd concussion over the past month. He was taken to a local hospital for evaluation, but then returned to the stadium and was able to fly back with the team. So good news at the conclusion
glad to hear that.
of that. Plenty more to come on Football Night in America, including some highlights in the Ravens. They right now are laying it on the Denver Broncos.
Bring the energy, powered by the all-electric Acura ZDX.
Zay Flowers! Oh, what a catch!
I'd love to be Zay Flowers. Can you imagine doing a catch and run like that?
Touchdown! Perfect throw for Daniel to McLaurin!
Man, we going back to DC with another win.
Bob's away!
What stories are made of, this is what I've dreamed of.
Football Night in America is brought to you by Applebee's, the official grill and bar sponsor of the NFL.
This is tough for us, but we're going to give you some love here, Devin.
This is a turning point in the game. I mean, a big reason the Patriots went to the Super Bowl that year in 2014.
What a catch.
That was pretty good, bud.
I was known to make a
They had you guys on the ropes a little bit.
This is a little bit about seeing ghosts.
Wow. Devin was the ghost. Not even Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. Remember?
One catch per ball, Maria, right?
He tipped it to himself a couple of times. I like it, though. You picked off both the starting quarterbacks that are playing tonight. You got some experience.
So maybe I should still be playing.
Nah, we like you here, man. Nobody's saying all that. All right, let's go to Devin's old division. We got the Dolphins on the road taking on the Bills. And this was a fun one all the way down to the very end. Josh Allen looking to improve to 13-2 all-time against the Dolphins. Let's start in the 3rd quarter. Allen finding Matt Collins.
Yeah, I mean, early on, you said it right. It was kind of a defensive struggle, but then the 3rd quarter, it just exploded. 4th and goal, play action pass. He finds Hollins in the back of the end zone. Then, here we go, next drive, 2nd and 3. I don't know, Dolphins blow the coverage. Brian Davis is wide open. I mean, this was the easiest touchdown of the day for the Buffalo Bills, and you thought they had control, but Miami played tough today.
Yeah, Ray Trey Davis, the 4th-round pick out of Kentucky. But here we go with the back-and-forth duel. The Dolphins say that we're not done yet.
No, they're not. Of course, they are a better offense, but Tua's at quarterback. JG's been saying that for the last 2 weeks. And then they run the ball. That was impressive today. And, of course, Tua was very efficient in the pass game, but it's hard to stop this freak of nature right here. I mean, who does this,
Maria? He was flush, too, on the play.
McCourty in the back room was like, what? Who? I mean, he's getting killed. He throws the ball, sees it, gets a pretty accurate touchdown.
To his backup tight end, that was Quentin Morris for the 2-yard. There were 7 consecutive scoring drives in the second half.
Yes, it was a back-and-forth affair. And Tua, I mean, again, in the pocket, calm. We know he's got a concussion problem. Big-time catch right there for Waddle. Touchdown, tie game.
Yeah, 7-yard touchdown reception. So, yep, we're all tied up at 27. 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9. Buffalo stays aggressive. They just say, the hell with it. We got Josh Allen. We're going to keep throwing the ball down the field. We don't care about the situation. And old Buffalo Bill Jordan Poyer launch into the head. He knows better than that. Big penalty.
Unnecessary roughness there. So this is going to set up Tyler Bass from 61 yards out for the game winner.
Whoa! Boom! Looks like he could have knocked it in from 65.
Bass missed a PAT earlier. 3 field goals on the season, but he gets the game ball in the locker room.
So proud of you, man. So proud of you. Aren't you guys proud of him? Man, I just want to say, man, couldn't have done it without you guys, man. I've been through a lot. And I just leaned on you guys heavy. You're always there for me. And for me to go out and do that for you guys, man.
You know, even Josh Allen was emotional at the end of this game. But, guys, listen to this stat for kickers. There were 4 field goals of 60-plus yards in the first 86 seasons of NFL history. That was through 2005. And there are 4 so far this season, just 1 shy of the single-season record. So forget PATs. Just set me up for a 61-yarder, and we're good to go. Yeah, that's what Tyler Bass is trying to tell you. All right, another big win that we see there for the Bills. All right, let's go to the Broncos and the Ravens. And the Ravens are just like, look, we got Derrick Henry. We got Lamar Jackson. We're outscoring everybody.
King Henry, just feed him the ball. Whenever we look at the box score, he only has 10, 11 runs. It's not good enough. He runs through 3 people to get in the end zone. Feed Derrick Henry.
I agree with you there, Devin.
That was his 100th career rushing touchdown. And then the Broncos going for it on 4th and goal. Did you see this coming?
This is one of Sim's guys. And Bo Nix so far does everything for the Denver Broncos. This is a bad play for Marcus Williams as a DB. You never want to get lost by the quarterback. But he didn't That's all Bo Nix highlight tape ever.
That's beautiful. That tied the ball game, but we thought we were into something. Then 20 seconds left in the first half, and Lamar finding Zay. Give him his flowers.
Too much space. When Zay Flowers has space, look, I mean, get off me, and then you're not catching this guy. Runs by everybody. Zay Flowers, we see you, man.
And most importantly, Lamar Jackson sees you. Okay, big game for Zay. Then Jackson, 4th career game with a perfect passer rating. And you see Derrick Henry getting it again. Just give him the ball. Just give him the ball. Derrick Henry, 101 career rushing touchdowns. That passed Barry Sanders, Marshall Faulk, and Sean Alexander on the all-time list today. Lamar Jackson, his 4th career game with the perfect passer rating. He's tied most in NFL history. And then you see there, Zay, that's his first game with 100-plus yards and a couple of touchdowns. More than impressive. It is time for the Lowe's home team help. And say it with your chest again. What do you believe about Zay Flowers, Chris?
I think that he's the best weapon in football, or he's in that conversation, right? As far as how they use him, reverses, speed sweeps. And then, of course, when he's open in the middle of the field, like you saw in that highlight right there, good luck trying to tackle him. He's got a major acceleration.
He said he's better than anybody in the open field. You do or you don't agree?
I agree with that, and I think they agree with that. They go, they trade, they get Deontay Johnson, and they say, you know what? We have an offense, and Baltimore is usually built on defense. They say, no, we're going to outscore everybody. We're going to load up on offense and just try to score more points than you. Who cares if we play defense?
Yeah, the best part of it for me with Zay Flowers is how he fits with Lamar Jackson. They're both elite playmakers. When things break down, they both have that instinct and that sense. And when they make these plays together, it's just dynamic. You can't stop them.
Well, what do you do to stop them? I think Lamar was an MVP last year. This year's blowing last year out of the water. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Right? And they have so many answers to all the tight ends, the receivers, the running backs. It's incredible.
We were wondering if they were going to be able to put it all together. They most certainly have. They've won 6 of their last 7 after starting 0-2. All right, back to tonight's game, though. Let's go over to Matthew Berry for the DraftKings Sportsbook 3-play. Matthew, what do you have this evening?
Hey, Maria, Joe Flacco is back under center. Indy is a road underdog, so I expect the Colts to be throwing
A lot. So I am taking Joe Flacco over 36.5 pass attempts. He's gone over this number in both of his starts so far this year. And get this, teams that face Minnesota average 41 pass attempts per game. That's the most in the NFL. So tonight I am, wait for it, wacko for Flacco, at least on the pass attempts. Other side of the ball, hey, I like Aaron Jones to have a big game on the ground. You heard Coach Dungy talk about that earlier in the show. Entering this week, Indy allows the 3rd most rushing yards per game to opposing running backs. They've allowed an opposing running back to beat this number in 4 straight. I say Aaron Jones goes over 60 rushing yards tonight. Free Aaron Jones. And finally, his teammate Justin Jefferson. I'm taking an alt line on him as well. Give me the over on 70 receiving yards. Jefferson has hit this number in 6 straight games. He's just so consistent. And honestly, guys, I don't think there's anyone in the Colts secondary that can stop Justin Jefferson. So give me 70 yards for JJ. Guys, that's my DraftKings 3-play for tonight.
Matthew, I'm going to be honest, that was just whack. Like, I don't know. I don't believe with the wacko for Flacco. I'm not riding with you on that one. Okay. Well, we do have a really cool conversation with Justin Jefferson coming up, and we're also going to talk about the ceiling for the Vikings with Sam Darnold at QB. That's coming up right after this.
Those are some serious diamonds right there.
Yeah, listen.
Man.
Did you bring your chains with you?
I did bring them. I had to bring them.
Oh, he stunned you, didn't he?
Levels.
One guy's at like, what, $140 million?
We still got a crazy ball game going in Seattle right now. Geno Smith dropping back and finding Jackson Smith and Jigba for the touchdown.
They got playmakers. They're an explosive offense. They might be sloppy, but man, do they make a lot of big plays. Yeah. This is a good one.
And the PAT just went through, so we're all tied up 20-20 with 51 seconds left to play.
All right, here we go, boys. Here we go. Everybody in the wrong plan! That's the way to start.
Hey guys, what's going on?
It is time for Pick 6 and Win.
He's in with fireworks. Touchdown for the Pick 6.
This is Football Night in America, served by Applebee's.
Yes, sir. The 39-year-old Joe Flacco getting the start tonight for the Colts. And back in 2008, selected in the same draft as Vikings head coach and Kevin O'Connell. He's 5 months older than his own head coach, is Shane Steichen. It's year 17, Coach Dungy. That's just the way it is for the Super Bowl champ. But the always aggressive Brian Flores-led Vikings defense away to see Harrison Smith right there. And Harrison Smith's the guy I know you want to talk about, Rod.
Yeah, he's the captain. He makes all the calls and adjustments. But the thing I love about Harrison Smith the most is he's such an integral part of their disguise package. This guy will line up on the line of scrimmage, and when the ball is hiked, he'll be 25 yards deep in a deep part of the field.
No. What you love about Harrison Smith is he hits like Rodney Harrison.
He does. That's part of it, too. But Brian Flores, he loves veteran players because they're smart, they can pick up the system, and they're all interchangeable so they can play multiple positions.
Yeah, and that's so important for Brian Flores, the defensive coordinator of the Vikings. He does a lot of things, different looks for the quarterback, showing all blitz. Sometimes we're coming, sometimes we're dropping, checking to every different formation, and Harrison Smith is a big part of that.
But when you blitz like that, there's a lot of vulnerability in the secondary. So if I'm blitzing, if Joe Flacco can figure out where I'm blitzing from, that area is very vulnerable. He can make big plays from there.
He has blitzed more than any defensive coordinator in the NFL since taking over the Vikings. But last week, those season lows and pressures and sacks as well. What lessons can be learned watching that tape against the Rams?
Well, the Rams had a veteran quarterback in Matthew Stafford. They ran the ball well, and they threw the ball quick. And I think that's what they're going to be looking to do tonight. Get Jonathan Taylor going, throw it quick, and protect Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco told me they will have at least 6 guys in protection. At least 6. I asked him 6 or 7. He said, no, we're going to have at least 6 guys in protection.
And Flacco seems so calm, too. And when the Vikings take over on offense, all eyes are going to be on Justin Jefferson. He has delivered, no matter who's playing quarterback over his 5-year career. And Devin McCourty, he visited the Twin Cities to learn about the highest-paid receiver in the game.
Watching this year has been phenomenal. The plays you've been making, and I came prepared. Like, y'all got to see this. I brought all my chains out because Thursday night, they was all over.
They dancing, too. Anybody that know me, I got to be swagged out. Chains rocking, man. They going to be dancing when I'm doing my moves, too.
You're going to get a treat Sunday Night Football.
Oh, for sure.
You're about to set another milestone past Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. How do you feel about that?
It's so unreal. I mean, just being a little kid and growing up and looking up to those guys, dreaming on being on this level. But I always say I'm chasing greatness and I'm trying to be a Hall of Famer.
Everybody get together.
Kevin O'Connell, what's his superpower as a coach?
I feel like his ability to really connect with his players. And he's very good at asking me what I think. I'm a student of the game as well, and I'm always talking in his ear and giving him some extra tips and, hey, throw it up over here. And he's definitely good at just listening and just being that coach that you can talk to about anything.
How much do you enjoy being all over this office in different positions?
I love it. That was the main question when KO came into this building. How is Cooper Kupp getting that wide open? How did y'all get to the Super Bowl? And he told me, you have to learn the whole playbook. You have to be at different positions all over the field. They don't know where I'm going to line up before the play snaps.
I had to play against it. I know. We'll get the iPad in here. I played back in 2022, and part of the reason I work at Football Night in America now, they throw it to you down the field. I'm thinking like, ooh, I'm about to lay it. Hey, you get up flexing. I'm like, this young dude, he flexing on me. I hit him.
Hey, don't think that I didn't feel it.
Oh, that warms my heart.
I felt it, but you can't let him know that I felt it.
That was the first part. This retired me. So right here, you take off. I used to be known as fast, so I'm like, all right, I gotta go. I ain't closing no ground. I said, oh, no, that's over it.
That would probably be one of my favorite catches that I've had.
Yeah.
The Patriots always been known for taking that #1 receiver out the game, so I had to split. I had to take off.
You had 140 on us. Bill killed us the next day.
Gets It, presented by the Farmer's Dog.
So we thank Justin for giving us Devin here in the studio. But that was a fun conversation. What did you learn about him being with him in that time?
I had a lot of fun, and he enjoyed it, and I thought it was so cool when I asked him about, moving around. I want to be like Cooper Kupp. I watched the film. I want to have that impact, and it's really hard to double team this guy because he lines up in so many places. As a defense, you can't in the Wednesday meeting say he's going to be here or he's going to be there.
Right.
It's hard to know what you want to do.
He's really smart. Remember, he played slot at LSU. Kevin O'Connell does such a great job running the same things with guys in different spots. When the ball hits the quarterback's hands, it feels the same, but it looks completely different to the defense.
They're right. O'Connell's a master game planner, gets people open all the time. I think it's part of the reason we've seen Sam Darnold struggle the last few weeks a little bit, because the first read is open. When they were 5-0, it was just all clicking, and the first guy I looked at, he went, oh, there's Justin Jefferson, 25, 30 yards. But teams have adjusted a little bit, and Sam Darnold doesn't quite work the offense like Kirk Cousins did yet and get to the other reads. He's got to be a little quicker processing that, and then we'll see this old Vikings offense.
They're best when they play the game on their own terms.
That's right.
They run the ball a lot.
Yeah.
They take a lot of pressure off of him. It's a play-action type game. When they get behind and they have to drop back a lot and he has to go through progressions, it's not nearly as good.
Exactly.
And as awesome as Sam Darnold's been, I think that's going to be the thing that holds the Vikings back against the elite teams. Is he able to rise to that level of the Jared Goffs?
Yeah, the jury's out. We don't know if he can do that.
Exactly.
You're right.
Well, the Vikings have lost 2 straight, and they're trying to get back on the winning side of the ball tonight against the Colts. All right, let's get back to the highlights, and we go to the NFC East. The Commanders taking on the Giants. We start with Daddy's.
Oh, it's his birthday today.
Oh, is it?
69 today.
Wow.
They didn't even let him flip the coin. He's so old, he can't flip the coin anymore. Come on, Dad. Sorry I stole those hundreds from you when I was younger.
We got your back, Phil. Giants down 7. Daniel Jones.
Hey, Giants hung in there throughout the day. Daniel Jones had one of his better games, and we haven't seen touchdowns here in New York very often from the Giants. The fans are happy to see that.
That's Jones' first touchdown pass at MetLife Stadium in 672 days. That was week 17 of the 2022 season. That must have felt good.
Yes, it did.
But this didn't.
Well, no. Every time you thought the Giants were going to keep it close, this is what happened. Jaden Daniels and company got answers. Watching an offense so hard to stop. Terry McLaurin having a really good season.
Yeah, no Hail Mary needed today. Jaden Daniels, the Commanders get the victory 27-22. All right, let's get to the Jaguars taking on the Eagles. Saquon Barkley.
That's all that needs to be said. Best highlight of the year.
The spit That is insane.
Who does that? If I was at the game, I would have left. I'm not watching it anymore. This is child's play, Saquon Barkley. How dare you?
Everyone on defense, everyone that was on the field needs to join us on Football Night in America when you get put in a blender like that. But then you got to capitalize on it.
This is unfortunate. It's 20-some seconds left, 3rd and 17 before the half. Saquon Barkley says, hold on. I'm going to run one in just for good measure.
The Jaguars like, oh, man, this one hurts. And then we see it again, Saquon Barkley. But this one, a fumble We thought maybe he was down by contact, but no.
A familiar voice on the broadcast, also known as Jason McCourty, said he feels like he was down. It should not have been a fumble, but that doesn't matter. It looks right here.
Yeah.
He hit somebody, but he fumbles. The ground can't cause a fumble, but maybe it can. Scoop and score. Walker, do what you do. Go for the touchdown.
Trayvon Walker celebrating that 35-yard touchdown return, and the play stood after review. The Eagles here with an answer. Jalen Hurts to Devontae Smith.
It has been said that Jalen Hurts throws a great deep ball. And this is a dime right here.
How about the catch? Look at the catch. My God,
toe drag swag. Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, the last chance right here for the Jags. They're down 5. Trevor Lawrence stepping back. Oh!
The Georgia Bulldogs, Nakobe Dean, an unbelievable interception, especially by a linebacker one-on-one. I get why you threw it up, but I see Nakobe Dean.
Nakobe Dean, Trayvon Walker, all the Bulldogs showing up. Eagles get the victory 28-23. Dallas Cowboys on the road taking on the Falcons. And Kirk Cousins looking for Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, Cousins on fire all day long, but when you're in a bunch set, you can't press across the board. You're going to get picked. Cousins makes them pay.
Meanwhile, Devin was in the screening room like, what happened here? What happened?
We got to go around it. JG just said it. When you're the deepest guy, you see what's in front of you. Go around.
These players were in the way.
Later in the second, though, Dak Prescott looking for some answers. He's using Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, who says Prescott can't move anymore? Climbing the pocket, keeping the eyes up. Look at this catch by Dowdle.
Crazy.
Hanging with it. Cowboys keeping it close.
Yeah, you can catch it twice, which is exactly what Rico Dowdle did, but you only score once. But a great play right there.
Hit on the head.
Yeah, and the Cowboys needed it. To the third quarter we go. It's 4th and 2 for Dallas, and they're going to go with the fake punt here. Do you like the decision, Coach?
Well, when they work, they're fun. But fake stop, I'd rather have Dak and CD throw that one.
I hear you. The Cowboys were 4 and 18 on 3rd and 4th downs on the day. Ensuing Falcons drive, they're going to take advantage.
Yeah, Cousins is on fire. The protection, when you don't have DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons, a lot of time in the pocket there. Ray McLeod finishing it for the Falcons.
Yeah, Cousins with 3 touchdowns today, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in the last 2 games, but some injuries for Dallas. It looked like Dak was dealing with a hand injury on the sideline, but he left the game in the 4th quarter with a hamstring injury, and he said after he felt something pull and that it was something that he'd never felt before. And also the star wide receiver CeeDee Lamb left the game in the 4th quarter with a shoulder injury. He eventually went back in the game, but was clearly laboring a bit. He will have an MRI, but Jerry Jones said he's hopeful that he will be able to continue to play, which would be good because the Cowboys host the Eagles next week. All right, now it's time for a PFT update brought to you by Accenture. Mike, you caught up with the winning QB, Kirk Cousins.
You faced your old coach Mike Zimmer's defense. Did you see things that looked familiar to you from your days in Minnesota?
I just got a feeling all game long that he was smart in how he planned. He kept changing his looks. I don't know. I just felt like it was a smart plan. He made us grind it out, and it was kind of hard-earned and workmanlike. We weren't as sharp on 3rd down as we have been, and I think a lot of that goes back to, how he was calling the game. And, they're missing Parsons, and so, he did a nice job just kind of making it challenging for us.
Kirk Cousins was keeping it classy. Already had his tie on in the post game. All right, we still got a game going right now in Seattle.
Game never ends, this one.
Headed to overtime after this incompletion.
Yep, 3rd and 2, throws up the little fade to DeMarcus Robinson. Good play there by the Seahawks defense. Overtime.
All right. The flag was picked up after this, but we did see it go down. This game's still live, happening on Fox. We'll have you covered if the game actually ever ends. All right, well, we do have good news for you. Everyone gets free 6 bonus wings at Applebee's tomorrow. A few pick 6s today, including Jack Jones.
That's what he does, Jack Jones.
He does.
I see you, Jack.
Yeah.
I'll see you
get your bonus ring.
Burrow had the last laugh.
Welcome to the Hyundai Sunday Night Kickoff.
For the Colts tonight, the resurgence of Joe Flacco still riding. He is his 5th team over the last 6 years, and it helps that this year he's not fresh off the couch. Actually had a little training camp to get himself ready, Coach. And we are on the field presented by Hyundai. Justin Jefferson getting set on the other side. What have you learned being around the players and coaches?
Well, you hit it. I'm going to call it the Joe Flacco effect. We saw it 2 weeks ago with Russell Wilson when he came in and elevated that Pittsburgh offense. Talking to these Colts players and coaches, they're energized impressed by Joe Flacco and the poise that they think he can bring tonight.
If I'm the coach defensively, I'm double teaming Justin Jefferson. I'm trying to frustrate him. I'm getting up in the line of scrimmage. I'm trying to play as physical as possible. But the only way that can happen is if they can hold up on T.J. Hawkinson. He is back. He said he feels 100% and he's ready to go. So he's dangerous.
I tell you, having that tight end in the middle of the field is going to be huge for the Vikings tonight.
A little update as well on the Vikings offensive line. Their best offensive lineman and left tackle Christian Darrisaw tore his ACL and MCL last week. So Minnesota made a little trade with Jacksonville. They bring in Cam Robinson, who will start tonight. Already played Indy in Week 5 and did not allow a single pressure, Maria. So we've already seen it.
All right, thanks, Jack. And back to the highlights. The Bears taking on the Cardinals, a couple of Heisman Trophy winners and #1 overall picks in Kyler Murray and Caleb Williams meeting for a showdown in Arizona with 12 seconds left in the half. Amari DiMercato with this run, Chris, exception.
Do we have problems here? End of half, end of game, Chicago Bears? I mean, there's 12 seconds left on the clock. 53-yard touchdown. Nobody touches the guy?
Not untouched.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, bad by the Bears right here. And
Arizona.
really the end of the game right there.
I know. They had 3 rushing touchdowns in the first half. Okay, Arizona, D.C. Okay, Nick Rallis began the day with the birth of his son, Dominic, and then this.
Oh, yeah. Well, he had a lot of things to be happy about. His defense played great. The Bears looked lost offensively. Couldn't protect Caleb Williams. He missed some throws. People weren't open. They couldn't run the ball. Dominating effort by the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, Arizona had 6 sacks on the day and 9 total points allowed. Take a look at the Cardinals, though. 5 wins this season, only won 4 games in each of the last 2 seasons. That'd be 2022 and 2023, so off to a great start right now. Detroit Lions taking on the Packers, battle of the NFC North. Let's start here. Amon-Ra St. Brown adding some juice to the rivalry, wearing a Green Bay Sucks hoodie ahead of the game. A lot of rain. I just like it. It looks like football weather. You know what I'm saying? In the fall, we got a little bad blood. Let's go to the second quarter.
Who said that Detroit couldn't play outdoors? Everyone wanted to talk about it. Amon-Ra St. Brown with a little bit of a double move and a good catch for a touchdown right there. And you know he's going to celebrate.
Of course. Look at it. Oh,
look at that. That's nice.
I heard this started in high school, so now we're seeing the headstand all over the place. This is the touchdown celebration.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Could never pull it off. St. Brown 6 straight games with a touchdown reception. Right before halftime, Packers down 4, though. Jordan Love picked off.
Yeah, it wasn't just the Lions offense, their defense pursuing Love. That's Kirby Joseph. A really ill-advised throw by Love, and this really changes the game. Go up 17-3 going into half.
It also gave you your 6 boneless wings from Applebee's. That's the 4th career interception for Kirby Joseph against Green Bay. The Lions up 17-3. Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs, also known as Sonic, the one part of the Sonic and Knuckles duo. Detroit dominated this game really from beginning to end. Even though only a 10-point game, they controlled it all day.
Oh, the Lambeau leap goes to Amon-Ra St. Brown, and the Lions cruising to their best start since 1956 at 7-1. Look at those numbers right there. 28 touchdowns, just 24 incompletions. I mean, the efficiency right now of Jared Goff. It's time for the All-State check-in. Sims, Lions showing that they can beat you in a slew of ways.
A slew of ways. Best team in the NFL right now. Best NFC offense, Detroit Lions. They're on fire. You said it, Maria. What do you want them to do? They can run the ball. They can throw the ball. The special teams are great. The defense makes plays. But they got a 2-headed monster at running back, running between the tackles. We know David Montgomery can make people miss, run people over. He's very quick and shifty. This guy right here, he can fly. He's as explosive as any running back in football. So they got a running back tandem that gives defensive headaches. Then the weapons they got at receiver and tight end. Sam Laporta, one of the better pass-catching tight ends. We know Goff is so accurate. He puts the ball on the money there. Then Amon-Ra St. Brown and all the things he does for the offense, getting open over the middle, slot receiver. We know Jameson Williams is not even there right now. Detroit is on fire. They look great right now, Maria. Best team in the NFL.
All right, that was the All-State check-in. Do you agree with Chris? Is this the best team in the NFL?
Absolutely, they're the best team in the NFL, and they're on fire. I've never seen numbers like that Goff's putting up here the last 5 weeks. What I love about Detroit is they're built for that. Everyone's saying, hey, they're a dome team. They're going on the road. It's rainy. It's Lambeau, all that kind of stuff. Big offensive line, 2 runners. They run it first, play action game. They dominated that game right from the start. They're an outstanding football team.
And for their defense, the talk has all been about Aiden Hutchinson. No Aiden Hutchinson. They started to blitz more, and one thing that they're doing, they're turning the ball over. They're getting interceptions. They're scoring, and when you get the ball back to the offense, they're going to score a lot of points.
Jason, I got to ask you, if they're the best team in football, why'd you bet me $1 that the Packers would win this game?
Well, you know, it was charity after Halloween.
I just curious. I'm trying to figure it out. He did win one bit against Sims, though. That's all right. Let's get you an alert. We finally have the game finished in Seattle. A 4th down stop here for the Rams. That was after Stafford came up with the TD, and finally the Rams were walking away with the victory.
4th and 1 stop. Walker off the left side. Nothing there, Maria. Rams get it, and then they get the ball back. And here they are driving on a second and 6. Little play action bootleg. Boom. We know this guy likes to throw the ball down the field. Demarcus Robinson, touchdown. Game over. See you later.
Yeah, Stafford was just unfazed. He's like, great, I'm going to go win this one in overtime. No big deal. All right, let's get back to the Colts and the Vikings. Time for Barry's Bet, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Matthew?
Hey, Maria, my best bet today is Jonathan Taylor over on the receiving yards. Look, one thing we know about the Vikings, they love to blitz. They bring pressure a ton. So Joe Flacco, who's going to be dropping back a lot in this game, is going to be under pressure. I expect some dump-offs to Jonathan Taylor. He's gone over this number in 3 of his last 4 games. Vikings have allowed a running back to have at least 20 receiving yards in every single game this year. So that's my best bet. Jonathan Taylor over on the receiving yards.
DraftKings Sportsbook is the #1 place to bet touchdowns, and new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use promo code SNF when you sign up.
When you've had it taken away from you, you definitely gain a new perspective on it.
Joe Flacco is too old to be declaring him the starter.
Timeless. The miracle has come to pass.
You can say I'm older, obviously.
From the couch to the end zone, old man Joe.
My kids really enjoy everything. It's really special for me.
Yes, sir! He strikes again. Holy my!
Going out there and playing well, I better not be surprised by that.
Let's go, Joe Flacco. 39 years young, father of 5, starting a game here for the Colts, and just 4 months older than his head coach. Good news is he can hand the ball off to that guy, Jonathan Taylor, who will be in the backfield, and they're going against a superstar in Justin Jefferson, who will have all his chains on and trying to do the gritty all night long. Moments ago, though, Rodney caught up with the Vikings safety, Harrison Smith.
Why is Sam Darnold the right fit for this team?
Since the day he came in, he's just smooth transition. One of the guys, we love playing for him. He loves playing with us. I'm excited to see him tonight.
What is the one thing that you have to do against Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco's, he's seen it all. He's done it all. Super Bowl champion. Get pressure on him. Be tight in coverage. Play our keys. There's nothing magical about it.
I want to say this to you. 13 years. I appreciate and respect your consistency and everything that you brought to the game. Your consistency. You're an unbelievable man. And I just want to say thank you for representing safeties the right way.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, get this man his jacket.
All the best, bro.
I love it. We're going to make sure he gets it, Harrison. We're going to make sure he gets it. All right, it's the best time of the day. Sunday Fun Day. Break out the mimosas, because I know that you were all watching that wild one in Orchard Park.
Wide open Ray Davis. Still on his feet. He's going to go.
No one from Miami had a chance.
Flips it. It's touchdown.
Got it. Got him.
Waddle. Kick by Bass is long enough. Good. Bombs it from 61.
Hey, I got 3 words for you. Joe freaking Burrow. This guy was on fire today. Look at the pocket movement. Get down in the red zone, 4 out of 5 down there. His eyes are always up, finding guys all over the place. Look at the athleticism. Throws to the Princeton guy, throws to Gesicki. Everybody's doing the gritty. They got the bees. Pretty darn good.
The excitement is in. Don't be haters. Drake May, they might not be winning games, but Drake May, buying time. Drake May, nobody's open, but this is the last play of the game. Don't go down with the ball, Drake May. Make him miss. Drake May said, I found him. Andre Stevenson, let's go to overtime, baby. Drake May making everyone in New England's day. Keep doing it, Drake May. The future is bright.
How did the game end?
It doesn't matter how the game
Okay, what's hot in the streets right now? Amon-Ra St. Brown and we saw Drake London both hit the latest viral celebration. You see it right there. That was at a high school game.
Wow.
Yeah, so Drake London does it. And actually, Actually, he goes out of the game.
That wasn't good, though. That wasn't good.
I feel like the Amon-Ra St. Brown one is a little bit better. The headstand on the helmet. A little better form. It takes some time, but it's giving you that.
10-point up.
Perfect. I feel it. Simone Biles would love it. And then Saquon was doing this. What is this?
What? He's unreal. Again, what would he have looked like if he had blockers for the first part of his career? I don't know. Quadzilla, Saquon, he is the man. I'm so happy to see the success he's having in Philly.
I have never seen anything like that.
Never.
A blind
backward
hurdle. Didn't even have to look at the defender to jump over him. Saquon Barkley had 199 total yards and 2 touchdowns in that game, and the Kelly Green has never looked better. Never looked better. All right, it's time for tonight's home team picks, brought to you by Lowe's. America's pick, 83% of the nation going with the Vikings. I wonder how we did, guys. We're not going to end up as
I think we're all going to be going Vikings.
You think so?
I do. Okay. Look at these two.
They might know something we don't know. Okay. Rodney, Tony, we got questions. Why are you guys rolling with the Colts here tonight?
Well, you already know Maria why he's going, because he's a former coach.
That's fact.
But to me, this game is going to come down to protecting Joe Flacco, the Colts offensive line, and making sure 6-7-man protection. Joe Flacco told me at all times there will be 6 guys blocking for him, Coach.
Yeah, well, a lot of eyes will be on the quarterbacks, but I think the key to this game is the running game. Who gets their run game going? Aaron Jones has been great for the Vikings. Jonathan Taylor's healthy. I picked the Colts because I think Jonathan's going to have a big game running tonight, Maria.
And I followed him, Maria.
You just followed him, so it had nothing to do with the Super Bowl then, Coach. Gotcha.
Vikings one of the best run defenses in football. I'd be surprised if they ran on them with great success, but if that happens, yeah, they got a chance.
What I love about Flacco is when he's had opportunities early in the season to take shots, he's done that. When he hasn't, he checks the ball down to that guy Tony's talking about, Jonathan Taylor.
And I think Harrison Smith didn't say, but I think one of the key things this defense is talking about, when he takes those shots down the field, you have to take advantage. You have to get interceptions. You have to make plays on the ball.
Do you think the Colts defense can stop Minnesota tonight? It's one of the worst defenses in football.
I don't. I really don't. That's why I picked Minnesota.
As well. Pass game, run game, I think they have their way.
What's the red vest mean again?
Well, tell us, enlighten us.
He's just off to a good start. We gonna catch up. Those were tonight's home team picks, brought to you by Lowe's. We've got the 4-4 Colts. They're led by the 39-year-old Joe Flacco and the 5-2 Vikings. They're trying to snap that 2-game skid. Mike, Chris, and Melissa have the call, and we will see you at halftime.
This has been the Hyundai Sunday Night Kickoff. Spanish language audio provided by Telemundo Deportes. Or watch tonight's game in Spanish on Universo.